Hello, hello. Welcome. Getting quickly set up here. Making sure I have everything I need. Hopefully my mic audio, background music, everything is going smooth. Let's just get right into it. Let's just go into while I get comfortable here. Let's just get right into the recap of last race, shall we? So today we are in Bathurst. This is last week. This is at Imola. This is the race start. We had Albert leading the race, Cruz right behind him. Overall, it was a fairly decent race start. As you can see right here, we already had a couple of incidents. Don't you worry, we will go back and actually verify we will see what exactly happened to our fellow drivers here. What was the cause of all that chaos? But as we see on the screen, Albert and Cruz, they're pretty much taking off. They're taking full advantage of the chaos that was happening right behind them. Cruz staying right behind Albert, not letting him leave. Very good start for both of them. So, Fowler had an incident. He ended up braking a little bit too late, not realizing the corner was coming up or so forth. Tapped Hirsch just a tad bit. Just a small little mishap. No harm, no foul, you can say. A couple positions lost for Fowler and Hirsch, but nothing too bad. This corner, though, he ends up sliding deep into the corner. Daniel Hirsch following him, almost following him to the dirt, sliding of his own as well. We also have another mishap right there. We will go back to that. That is Meyer, I believe. In this incident, though, where we will be following Tyler, he ends up losing it just a tad bit. Too much, too hard on the throttle. I would probably safely bet that that's what happened. But he ends up getting on the track fairly quickly. Tries to catch back up, loses it again. The bump must have upset his vehicle pretty nasty. Luckily though, he got back on track. Not too much time lost, but still a decent chunk. Meyer though, as we see here, he's battling Munio, holding his line. They're giving each other a space. Good battling right here. As they come up along this corner, Meyer is forced to take the outside. He ends up, I'm assuming, getting a little bit too much on the throttle. Ends up spinning himself out. Touches Fry ever so slightly. Hopefully not too much damage was caused to Fry and to Meyer for hitting the wall, but race start. It was interesting. Here we have Tyler overtaking Jacob Meyer after his incidents. He looks like he dived bomb, but managed to hold the brakes, hold the line, and got around Meyer very smoothly. Uh, that's a very clean overtake. Nothing much to say on that regard. Very good for Tyler. And here comes Tyler again, flashing Fry. I kind of want to say this is probably what threw Fry off, because he saw flashing lights, made him look inside and look at his rear view. But you can see he goes off, comes back on track, loses traction, hits Meyer and Fowler. I believe that was Fowler. We'll see another replay, an instant replay of this, of what exactly happened. So Fry went outside, potentially trying to let Tyler pass. Got back on track, lost it, hit Fowler, hit Meyer. Meyer hitting the wall. Fowler sustaining the biggest hit, or the biggest brunt force brute take. How would you describe this? Here's another instant replay of what exactly Fowler had to experience. He was wall riding all the way down. Caught back on the track very quickly though, so very impressive in that regard. Kudos to him. Lap 5, we have Zach overtaking Bruno. Or attempting to overtake. So as you can see here, technically on the software it's a little buggy. It counted that as an overtake. That was more a racing incident and a very good crash avoidance. He was coming in way too hot, way too deep. A little bit late on the brakes. We got the passenger angle. Good avoidance. Very good S rating, S-class rating driving right here. This is top tier, what we like to see. Overall rating of a 99, I believe. Lap 8, we have Zach battling Bruno. Zach really wants to take this position. He is on the outside, as you can see here. He is trying to take it, but that Ferrari just has the speed on the straightaway. The Porsche cannot overtake, cannot keep up. Does not matter to Zach though. He stays right behind. Through turns 2 and 3. Right behind him, not letting him escape. Lap 10 is it's the same thing. Zach is right behind Bruno. He is not letting him go. Unfortunately for Bruno, he went a tad bit too wide. Perfect opportunity for Zach. Managed to get the overtake done. Very nice. Very smooth. Top tier driving. Will we see that again tonight in Bathurst? We'll soon find out. Lap 12, we have Alexander overtaking Bruno. Going through turns 2, 3. Very, very nice. I believe this overtake was done because Bruno was in the pits. I'm not too sure exactly, but it's worth noting. If you notice, we had an incident. We had Brad Tarno coming out a little bit too hot, lost it just a tad bit, ended up going to the dirt. Got back on track safely though. No harm, no foul. This was quite exciting. We had a bunch of action going down here. We have Bush and Power that we're going to be following right now. Power on the inside, Bush on the outside. They're fighting for position. This is the battle for P3, I believe. Bush and Power still fighting it out. They are not giving this position up. They're side by side. It was quite exciting to see this happen. Power a little went a little bit too deep there on the, had a little slide, but recovered nonetheless. Here's the other action. We had Cruz and Hirsch. This is the battle for P1. Also right exciting. This is happening right in front of Bush and Power. As you see here, Cruz just defending very well, not letting Hirsch take the position. We'll fast forward to lap 17. We have Kyle Hirsch overtaking Gelson Cruz. As you can briefly see, Cruz went off into the dark side. Who knows where he went? He got sent to the shuttle room. We'll take a quick look at it very soon, but for now, Hirsch driving on by as nothing happening. It lucked out. So from the top view, Cruz went in nicely, but lost it ever so slightly. If you see it here on the replay, he ends up going a bit too deep into the corner. Ends up losing some grip on his tires. Tried to recover it, couldn't do it fast enough. I hope the audio is showing up because it's not showing up on my end, but I'll fix that, or we'll get to that sooner than later. Lap 21, Alexander overtaking Brad. Brad coming out of the pits. Alex on the inside takes the position. Brad right behind. Not gonna give that position up so easily. This is the start of the rain, ladies and gentlemen. This is where the rain started, around lap 21. It was dry. It turned out to be wet. And the downpour kept coming. As you see here, Daniel Hirsch is attempting to overtake Zach. Zach going a little bit too wide, manages to get the overtaking done after right after the chicane. Has to be a bit of a blow to Zach when that happened. He for sure did not want to let Hirsch get in front of him. Wanted to defend him more, potentially get the win. Here we see Bruno overtaking Zach. Zach struggling in the rain. Must not like his tires to be wet. Bruno manages to get on by as they're heading down the straight. Bruno got a nice exit, is gaining the distance. Zach is right behind, not letting up though. Lap 29, we had Kyle Busch, the Bushmeister, overtaking Alexander. Went inside, outside, took the inside again. Very nice, very smooth. A little wide. Unknowing to Busch though, Alex is not giving this position up. He manages to reclaim the spot, gets the inside because of his mistake, Busch's mistake. Very nicely done. Fast forward a little bit. We have Alex again fighting with Busch. Busch this time gets the overtake done. Into the straight they are entering. Busch up ahead, Alex right behind. For sure, elbows are being thrown. Fists are being tossed around. Drift points are not being scored, sadly. Lap 31, Kyle Hirsch with Sam Staples. Sam in the Lexus. Hirsch on the outside. Sam having to brake a tad bit too much. Did not like that corner entry. Was a very awkward line for him to take. Allowed Hirsch to claim the position, get the outside. Very nicely done. Lap 31, the battle for P4, I believe. This might be P3. I don't quite remember exactly. Nonetheless, Albert on the inside, Brad on the outside. They are going to be throwing elbows. Albert and Brad touch a little bit, as you saw right before that. Albert had a really nasty bump. That corner just upset his car very, very much. Round 2, lap 33. I thought it was going to be deja vu all over again, but unfortunately, Brad went outside. He must have got psyched out, checked out his mirrors a bit too much. This allowed Albert to reclaim the spot, or to claim the spot. And Brad's still right behind him, but at this point, Albert was ever so slowly just getting away. Lap 33. This is your race winner, Daniel Hirsch. Congrats, Daniel. He is we can claim the fish for Imola. Our season 5 fish right here, ladies and gentlemen. Daniel Hirsch. Cross the finish line. Hit the brakes. Decided I am done racing in the rain. I'm parking. They can come get me. We shall hopefully have audio. I'm gonna be checking right now real quick. It seems that we do. Very good. Why this says that, no idea. This is the start of quali, ladies and gentlemen. I actually have the stream overlay done nicely. I managed to figure it out. Nice pat on the back for me, I can say. Stream quality is on the up and up. Mic quality still needing to be a tad bit worked out, but I'll get there. Hopefully, we're not clipping in the application audio or car noises and everything isn't overbearing, isn't drowning out my voice. I adjusted the volume a tad bit, and I'll be doing it along the fly. We'll be learning as we go. Anyway, I'm rambling way too long. Here we see Sam Staples heading into the mountain. I started learning my track names, ladies and gentlemen. I am not perfect, but he is heading into Skyline. Into the S as he goes. Hard on the brakes. S is one of the most scariest downhill sections you can ever take, especially when you're actually at speed flying. Flying about no room for errors. Oh my god, was he so close. Into the dipper, exiting the dipper to the force elbow. Down the Conrad straight. Sam Staple goes. In his new livery, might I add. A very nice livery, I have to say. This is the first time I'm actually seeing it. And don't mind me, but nice. Very nice. I like it. Oh my, as we see. Who was that? Was that the Bushmeister just flying on through? That was. Oh my goodness. Just zooms on by Sam. Says, get out of my way. You're hindering my quali. My time over here. And he qualifies second. The Bushmeister is in second place. I am going to be giving nicknames to all our drivers. And one of the things he mentioned to me is, I'm not talking enough trash. So Kyle Busch, what the hell are you doing in second? Why are you letting Albert beat you? Why are you braking? I know you can hear me probably. Nah, get off the dirt. You know what? No, go back to the pits. Yeah. Sit there and fix your car. Work out that tune. And do better. I love you though. Okay, bromance right here. As well. Jump into a new driver very soon. Let's check out what Jacob Hart. Oh, he's right in right in front of Mr. Bush. There you go, Jacob Hart. Very nice livery. I don't think we seen Jacob in quite some time. I believe he missed last week's race in Imola. Maybe the week before he also missed. Nonetheless, he's entering the cutting. Rough entry into the cutting. Wrong driver. Ended up having to go into the pits, unfortunately. Did not want that. Did not want to hinder anybody else's lap. We'll jump into... I believe that was Chris Unfair that we saw. There he is. In his livery. The Why So Serious livery. Nice livery, I love it. As he enters and exits the chase, the 3 sets of corners. Into Murray's corner he goes. Right before the start-finish line. See what time he actually manages to grab here. Chris Unfair manages to snag 3rd place in qualifying. 3rd position, I believe. Sorry, 3rd position. Very, very nice. Nicely done. Sam Staples in first with a beast of a lap, a 202.83. Very fast. We'll jump into, I believe, our last season winner was Zach. Don't quote me on this, but I took a passenger seat view on Zach. Mr. Manriquez over here, as he's about to be entering the cutting into Griffin's mount. Very nice. Very smooth, very quick. The uphill section, just like the downhill section, it's rough. If you can do it, you can full throttle the entire thing. And it's quite tough. It's just watching this in a first person view is a thrill, I guess you can say. It just brings back a bunch of memories. I still hold my breath every time I go to it. Hopefully I won't be pausing throughout the stream, watching these drivers go round and round. He's exiting the dipper for Sabo. The Conrad straight. Into the Conrad straight he goes. Conrad? Conrad. Speaking is hard. Into the chase he goes. Hard on the brakes. Very hard on the brakes. Hard on the accelerator. Let's see what time Zach gets. He's currently in 5th. He is up by 2/10. Fowler moves out of the way. Very nice for him to do. Not hindering his lap. Zach stays in 5th, but does manage to get a new personal best. Very nicely done. Check out Sabo real quick. Currently at 11th. As he goes down the mountain. Through all the S's. Oh no, as he slides out. Tragic. Who is behind? Oh my goodness. That looked to be Hart. I'm not quite sure. Where is Hart? Trying to find him. Was that Hart? That was Hart who was right behind him. Just managed to get down the S's. Teleported just in time not to hinder anybody's position. Where's Jacob Meyer? Let's see where this guy's at in the BMW. He's taking a break, currently in 15th in the pit. A lot of our drivers are currently in the pit. Gelson Cruz, our fellow Porsche driver, just finished his lap. Got fourth position, P4, very nice. I am sorry, ladies and gentlemen, for me being quiet. I am just noticing something on stream that I need to become aware of. Give me a brief moment. For some odd reason, let's switch the stream real quick. I was seeing on my mouse fly through the screen. I'm wondering if you guys were able to track that as well. That is, if you did, that is a weird glitch. It shouldn't be happening. I'll figure that out. You do see the mouse. The mouse, what is... Okay. Unusual. Um, Sorry, not quite sure why that's going down. Or why that is happening. Uh, Nonetheless, let's take a look at our track this evening. We're at Mount Panorama. This is a 23 corner track, starting first at Hall's Corner, into the quarry bend, the cutting, Saltman Park, Skyline, the Dipper, or the S's. The Dipper is down below, next to the elbow. You have the Hanger Straight, call it the Conrad Straight for me, Chase, and Murray's Corner. A bunch of other names in between. I don't think you want to hear me shouting out a bunch of names. So most likely, I'll just be listing them as certain corners here, other corners there. Oh, this is so weird. I don't not know why the mouse is being shown on screen, but nothing I can do about it at this moment. We're just gonna ignore it as best as we can. In first place, we have Albert. P1, Albert. P2, we have Kyle. P3, Sam Staples. Very, very fast. He managed, Albert and Kyle managed to boot him off of first place, unfortunately. But he still had a very fast lap at a 2:02.8. Right behind him, we have Kelson Cruz. Uh, Tyler. In fifth. Why did I miss him? I missed him all of Anyway. Zach in sixth. Max in seventh. It doesn't matter if these drivers end up driving away. They have to go a full lap around the track. We have Chris Unfair at 8th. William Fowler, 9th. Daniel Hirsch, 10th. The Bushmeister, Kyle Busch, 11th. Bruno Bianchi. I need to figure out how to say these names correctly. I feel like a school teacher just mispronouncing everybody. Anyway, 12th. Alexander Sabo, 13th. Jacob Hart, 14th. As our drivers are starting to head down the track. Landry, 15th. Brad, 16th. Fry, 18th. Green light. And Kirsch in the pits for whatever reason. As well, head up to Kelly Cam Views. Check out if any of our drivers have some sort of mistakes or issues happening to them. We'll go down the line. None of our drivers have a mistake, but these three are having a battle on their own. How close are these two drivers? This is Bruno, and I believe that is Zach. Zach getting the better of him. Jacob Hart now, though, getting involved with, I believe that is Fry, or it might be Alexander Sabo. Check out their view real quick. Oh, as Bruno has an incident of some sorts. How unfortunate. What happened? He's back on track. Very smooth recovery. He must have just ever so slightly threw it out. Lost traction, sorry. Adolfo Vasquez. Not sure who this driver is, but very nice nice to see him on the track in the Porsche as they head down the mountain through the X's. Check out the top. What's Albert doing? That's all our drivers are in a row. Where's our cameraman? There we go. Albert down the Conrad Strait, heading into the chase. Hard on the brakes. In P1 he is, sitting comfortably at this point. Cruz, I believe, is right behind him, not letting him get away. Chasing Albert down. Right behind him, though, we have Sam Staples. Tyler having an incident of some sorts. We will replay that real quick. Streamer difficulties. Checking out the replay, we went probably a little bit too far back. Into the chase he goes, hard on the brakes. Oh, he just cooked it a bit too much. Oh, applied the brakes. Oh my god. Everyone is just looks like they're just aiming straight at him. Luckily though, he's able to get out, rejoin safely. Nicely done. Oh, that could have been terrible. As we quickly head up to the front, Albert is losing the pack. He's up ahead. Galson Cruz though is going to have to start contending with Sam Staples, who is right behind him in the Lexus, the neon colored Lexus. Into the S's are going. Very quick corners. A brake, a dip, go. As we'll jump into the driver's seat or passenger seat with Sam as he's trying to chase down our fellow competitor. As we quickly jump around the grid, we had yellow flags. There we go. Alexander Sabo stuck in the S's. Unfortunately, not able to pass by. We'll check the replay, see exactly what happened. Into the start of the S's he goes. Oh, must have broke. Oh, got clipped ever so slightly by Hart. Hopefully not too much damage done by both these drivers. Albert having the fastest lap of the race currently. Very, very nice. To be stuck there must absolutely be awful. Trying to get out of that just has to suck. As we jump around our grid, we have Greg Landry pitting because he has quite a bit of damage, unfortunately. At least he'll be able to get his pit out of the way. We do have a mandatory pit as we jump to Albert, our current leader. Current leader for now, barring he has no other incidents. As I was saying, we have one pit. We pit every single race, no matter what happens. Bruno and Kyle Hirsch and Tyler had flags into their names. Tyler's ever so close to Meyer. Oh, give him a run for your money, Meyer. Do not let him through. Fight for that position. I believe in you. The whole stream believes in you. As Tyler goes, oh my, he just loses it flat out. Something must have seriously happened. Maybe too hard on the throttle. Setup must be a little bit too stiff. Who knows? That it looked like he was doing very, very well. Nonetheless, Jacob Meyer keeps his position. Oh my. Oh, what happened? Okay, we will definitely go back and check out the disaster that struck here. Checking out Unfair, seeing through his eyes what exactly happened. What- He's on the inside, outside. Oh, they end up clipping Meyer. Unfortunately, stuck in this. Oh, and Chris got the worst of the hits. We have drivers coming up right behind him. And back into the live view. And Chris is having to pit. Oh, so close to the driver in front of him. I believe that's Adolfo. Yes, that is Adolfo Vasquez, a new driver. Unfortunately, he had a quite a bit amount of damage. You can see there, Chris Unfair right behind him also having damage. The mountain is claiming victims, and it's going rough as we're in uh, Albert's car right now. Kyle Bush, there we go, having a slide. Oh my god, he had a flag under his name. Has a bit of damage. Oh my, he feels it. I know he does. That I'm watching him. He's getting nervous. I can tell, folks. As he goes through the S's and down the mountain into the Forest Elbow, down the Conrad Strait. That's quite a bit of damage. Not sure how he got it, where he got it. Unfortunate for him, he might have to take a pit. Luckily for him, though, if he does pit, he can just clear out the pit, clear the check mark off his list and pit. Blah. Anyway, jumping into Sam Staples with Cruz. Sam right behind Cruz, still fighting for this position. Not letting him up. Albert pretty much at this point has ran away. As well, leave these two. Let them battle going up the mountain as they head into the quarry. Into the cutting. Turns 3 and 4. As Cruz goes a bit too wide, we will stick with these two as they head up into the mountain. This is going to get exciting, folks. Cruz is under pressure now. Sam Staples being the slightly faster driver in this current moment. Putting on the pressure. As they go through the S's, down the mountain. Hard on the brakes, making sure not to upset the balance of the car, because hitting the wall in that section is a catastrophe. We'll leave these two for now as they continue their battle. Check out another one of our drivers. We'll jump into the hot seat with Brad Tarnum as he's right behind Jacob Hart, battling it out for P8. Sorry, P7. As Sam Staples is caught in some sort of incident with William Fowler? Max Power. Not sure what happened. We will just go back the full 30 seconds and actually get a good view of what went down. Sam on the gas, getting the slipstream, gaining on the Porsche, who is not that great on the straightaways, is on the inside. Oh, hits the bump aggressively. Unfortunately, manages to tap Cruz. Forces Cruz on the outside. Ah, that's gotta be rough. There's Cruz still managing or trying to get out as we go back into the live view. You do not want to see fights like this happen. Meyer having an incident of his own. We're adjusting the replay time. Let's see if this will work. We're going 20 seconds in instead of our typical 30. Checking out what Meyer did. And where Meyer had his incident. This does not look right. Something is off. Nonetheless, we're back into our live view. Anyway, I'm ignoring that. A little bit of issues here there on the stream. Meyer, I believe, just exited the quarry, heading into the cutting. Is that Cruz right behind him? Not sure, but we will jump into the hot seat and see if that is Cruz. It is not Cruz. Who is our other fellow Porsche driver? Is that Zach? There we go. Definitely not Zach. It has to be our new guy, Adolfo. And that is Adolfo as he's heading down the S's. Just finished the uphill section of our mountain, heading down. He's going to be battling a Meyer. This won't be for position as he is in 17th. Meyer is currently in 12th. But he could still unlap himself. Very nice. Brad Tarno having an issue of his own. How unfortunate. He managed to get himself unstuck of a very stressful situation there. Let's check out the replay exactly what happened. As he is currently going into Skyline, going to be starting going down the S's. My guess is he went in a little too deep here. It slid out. A little too deep. Didn't slide out, but tapped the wall. Luckily, though, he didn't tap it too hard. Managed to get himself in a decent position to just ride it out. Pretend like we didn't see it, but oh, we saw the replay. Not too much damage, though. That's good. Right behind him, though, Cruz is creeping on up. He wants to climb back up. Unfortunate incident between him and Sam a little bit earlier where Sam ended up getting a bump too aggressively, clipped Cruz on the side. If you're just tuning in, folks, we are in Bathurst. This is going to be a dual sprint, 2 race, 30 minutes. Everyone has to pit, everyone has to take 1 liter of fuel. If you don't, you will be disqualified, and we will catch it on stream, and we will probably point fingers and laugh at you. With love, though. With love and care. Hard on the brakes. Almost lost it. Fry is on the outside. We will switch to a different view as Cruz ever so... Oh my, he was very close. Ooh, my goodness, was that real close. Too close for comfort. We'll zoom past this and check out Kyle and... Kyle and the other Kyle, seeing what they were doing. They had a yellow, like almost having an incident of his own, and touched the grass, hit the bump on the exit of Murray's corner a bit too aggressively. Almost threw the balance of his car off, made him go wide. Kyle Busch, the Bushmeister, is pitting. I'm guessing he's gonna be finally pitting to repair the damage and just take care of the pit. Do all that. As Chris Unfair is remaining in the pits, he might have just given up on this section or this race one. Must have had a bad start of sorts. It's alright. We all have our bad days. We all need a breather. Coming in he's gonna come in strong for race 2. In a couple minutes from now. 14 minutes to be exact are left in this race as we watch Jacob Meyer head down the mountain straight. Jumping to the top. with Albert. He just finished the chase, heading into Murray's corner. Comfortably in P1. Fastest lap of 2:02.495. Pretty much looking like he's having a stroll out in Bathurst in the good old sun. Sam Staples attempting to catch up to him. Craig Landry right behind him, lets him through. Right behind him is Max Power, though, who looks to be gaining, or attempting to be gaining. Zach Manriquez trying to catch up to Max Power. A lot of these drivers are trying to be split up from each other. As we'll stick with Max Power. Check him go up the mountain. My God, just watching him go. Oh, it just makes me want to hold my breath to just how close you get to the wall that he heads into Skyline. The S is hard on the brakes. Very hard on the brakes. You can hear those tires squeal. As he heads out of the Forest Elbow into the Conrad Straight. Very nice smooth lap by Max Power here. Into the chase. Exiting the chase. Murray's corner is coming up. Zach Manriquez. I was gonna say was looking to be catching up to him, but it are oh, we have an incident with Sam. Never mind. I'm not sure why he got yellow flagged. Huh. Jumping back to Zach. As I was gonna say, it looked like Zach was actually getting closer and closer to Max Power, but Max decided to pit, possibly just to take care of his pit. There's 10 minutes left. Maybe he just said right now is a good moment to pit while it seems like no one else has pit. We have a caution, not a caution, but a white flag on Albert. Oh, he's approaching traffic into the SS. Fry having to contend with having a blue flag being waved right to him. Just keep to your line. Don't mind him. Unfortunately, had a big incident. We saw not the beginning, but the aftermath of it. Unfortunate. So sorry, Fry. That was a big hit. Kyle Busch had an incident of his own. We're gonna go back in 10 seconds and just check this out real quick. Big ouchies. That looked to be around Salmon Park, up the mountain. As we are now into the live view, we'll give who hasn't had a good amount of screen time here. I don't think we've seen Justin Fry too much. We have seen Justin Fry. My apologies, we saw that incident with him. Who's not going into the pits. Meyer, as you can see on the outside, is passing him by. He's actually doing very, very well for himself. He's in 13th position, 12th now. The car has seen better days, but he is toughing it out. Car is toughing it out with him as well. Greg Landry right behind him. And I believe that is William Fowler right behind Greg. This will be, I believe, a battle for P13. If he manages to get close enough to Landry to put on some pressure. As he enters, they both enter the quarry. Heading up into the cutting, the beginning of the mountain section, the beginning of the uphill. So many errors, so many issues can arise just off that corner alone. You can enter a little bit too aggressively and you'll just hit the wall. Hit the wall. It's wall city as we jump into Max Power, who is on the exit of the forest elbow, the mountains, the downhill section of the mountain. Oh, we'll jump real quick. Oh, there's not too many incidents and action going around. Ah, I didn't jump far. No, wow, this was 30 seconds ago. It must have been a really nasty slide. As he's attempting to get out of his predicament. Banged up car. Oh, this was a pretty nasty hit. As he now enters the pits to repair his crash. We'll jump. Check out Jacob Hart. As he gets very close to the wall. Balls to the wall, full throttle. Using every bit of the track as he can. He's looking like he's controlling the car. Let's go. What a save. Oh my lord. That deserves an instant replay. How did he save that? We do not. What a nasty slide. What a controlled save. My goodness. Nice job, Hart. Nice job. Also a Code Brown moment. You should probably head to the pits, because head to the pits and change those pants, because it might be stinky inside the car after having to go through that experience. As he's exiting the chase, heading into Murray's corner. Will he pit? He does not. He decides to stay out. Alexander Sabo has a yellow flag. Ooh. Oh, he's right on the apex of that corner. Meyer having to navigate around him. Luckily, he pulled right behind. Sorry, Alexander Sabo pulled a reverse and got out of the way. Let's check out a replay, see exactly what happened to him. So he's into the S's, coming out of Skyline. Oh, he's going a little bit too wide, drifting it. Hitting the corner decently hard. Stuck in that corner. Like I said, that was very nice of him to move out of the way. Very, very good timing for Meyer to happen to pass at that time, not getting into another incident. Unfortunate for Alex. We'll jump into the hot seat with our new guest, Adolfo Vasquez. As he heads up into the mountain, has a bit of a slide himself. He's in the Porsche. A very nice car to have for the mountain section, I would say, just because of how nice it feels in the corners. Oh, as he taps the corner, taps the wall, he's losing control. It's gonna look like to be getting hairy. I believe that's Tyler who manages to get around him. What is going on with Brad? What happened? Good sir. Oh no, you're in a pinch. He gets out of it nicely. We'll jump 30 seconds behind. Hopefully we can catch and exactly see what happened. So he's heading into the into Skyline, going down the SS. Oh, brakes while turning into the corner. almost flips the car. Oh, what a nasty hit. Daniel Hirsch manages to squeeze through. Oh my. While the rest of our grid happens to go by. That's gotta be ah that is tough. That's a nasty hit as we jump back into the live view. Still drivable though. Not sure how that's drivable as we have a yellow under William. Not sure what's going on with that. We'll jump back into Brad. Maybe he'll, well, I mean, man, not maybe, he will have to pit. There's only a couple minutes left. Is it even worth it? I'm wondering if he's considering it. Oh, he does. He ends up pinning as I believe his teammate. I believe he's teammates with Max Power, who was right behind him. There we go. Passing him. Coming out of Hell Corner. Unsure why it's called Hell Corner. Maybe it gives everybody a hellish time because no one can get it right, including myself. But when you do get it right, it feels amazing. Into the core he goes, up into the mount section. We'll jump into a new driver as he's all alone. No one's around him. You can have a good old Sunday cruise on a Thursday night. Well, nighttime where I'm at in California. Daytime over in Bathurst. Anyway, we'll jump into the hot seat with who hasn't had enough screen time. Albert hasn't, but he's in first place. Does he really need it? Who knows, but he goes by Fry. He's heading into the cutting. Fry right behind him. Potentially trying to copy his line. Learn from Sensei Albert. Seeing how exactly he manages to toss that car around. Get the necessary speed to go around the corner. As you can see firsthand, Albert is just getting away, just leaving. Alexander Sabo having a yellow, but he's in the pits of his own. Must have teleported or something bad must have happened. As we jump in with William Fowler. Kyle Busch and Justin Fry having an incident of some sorts. Oh, both drivers. We'll quickly jump 30 seconds, check out both drivers, see exactly what happened. We'll start with Kyle, I guess. He had a yellow flag under his name really quick. He's up into the mountain, heading on the uphill section, hit some bumps. Seems controlled for now. Oh, was controlled for now. Oh, manages to hit a nasty bump. Jumping into Justin Fry. I missed him barely again. He must have just lost it. Oversteered or something. As you can hear now, we have our leader on the final lap, that being Albert. Heading into Hell Corner he goes. Into the mountain straight. Our potential race 1 leader and winner, barring no other issues or incidents happened around with him. Pretty much had a perfect race. Or it seems like he had a perfect race. I believe he's approaching, looks to be Max Power potentially. Maybe Brad. He has nothing to worry about. He's in first. He has a gap. He can just relax and chill. Zach is in second place in P2. Very nicely done. We will check out another fellow driver. Let's jump into the hot seat with Daniel Hirsch. I don't think I gave him enough screen time. As he heads into Hell Corner. Down the mountain straight. Who's in front? That might be Greg. Let's find out. It is not Greg. I was just kidding. We'll jump back into Daniel and pretend I never did anything wrong. As he's still down the mountain straight, heading into the quarry. He's currently in 7th position. Our final lap of the race. Race 1. Still have race 2 coming up. I don't think we will qualify for race 2. It'll be interesting to see how the setup happens. We might have like a brief rest period or whatnot, just to give our drivers a bit of a break as he gets ever so close to that wall. My god. It is scary watching these drivers from the third person perspective as he's all over the grass. Manages to keep control as he heads down the S's, down the downhill section of the mountain. Into the dipper. Force elbow coming out of the dipper. And into the Conrad straight. See where Greg Landry is at. Daniel Hirsch is having a nice good drive. Greg Landry starting the uphill section of the mountain. And is that Albert right behind him? Chasing him down? For whatever reason, even though his race is over, it is Albert. Must really enjoy the mountain. Having another drive around it. As Greg goes down, starting the S's out of Skyline. Has a blue flag. I would honestly ignore it. Albert is no longer in the race. He finished as he exits the dipper, going into the Conrad straight. Max Power crossing the start-finish line. Not sure who that was on the side, but a bunch of our drivers are starting to relax a bit now that the race is over. As we'll start jumping around the grid, seeing who's gonna finish. Did Sam finish? Sam did finish. Where is Greg? There is Greg. He's about to finish. There he goes. Great job grabbing P10 as he goes around the mountain one more time. We'll take a look at our drivers, get a closer look at our cars. Starting with, since we're already at Greg, we'll check out Greg real quick. His front bumper and his hood has seen better days, but that's expected in the mountain section. Bathurst claiming a lot of victims. Since we have a bit of downtime while we wait for our drivers to... Is there anyone else racing is the real question. Who's on track? It just seems like we're just waiting out the clock at this current time. Well, while we wait around for, I guess the second quality to start. Questionable. We're waiting around for the second race to start. Let our drivers relax, unwind. Maybe fix up a car, tweak some, or add some adjustments to whatever needs to be adjusted. While we wait, we'll just, in the back end, figure out why my mouse is on the screen. This is so weird. Um, highly unusual. Well, I'm just gonna have to troubleshoot that out for the next broadcast. Hopefully my mouse cursor was not annoying and in the way of the action. That really has me baffled as to why it's happening that way. Anyways, we'll leave that issue alone. Nothing I can do about it at this current moment. Not unless I want to mess with the stream too much. Anyways, if you're just joining us, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. My name is Juan. I probably keep forgetting to announce who the heck I am. I am the Season 5 streamer, announcer, not host. What is the word I am looking for? I am very terrible with words. If you would like to get to know me for a bit. English is my second language, even though I'm probably speaking it very fluently right now. Spanish was my first. I guess another note, another little small fact, since I'm going in this tangent, is my Spanish is rusty for whatever reason. I feel like I have a slur of some sorts. Not a slur, a lisp. I just don't sound right. Puedo platicar en español, pero para mí no se me oye muy bien. I can speak in Spanish, but to me it doesn't really speak that well. That's what it translates to. Regardless, if you're just joining us today, welcome. Thank you. Pleased to have you around here. Go ahead and drop a follow. Tell me what I'm doing wrong. Yell at me if you want. Communicate with me in chat, or just call me a weirdo. I really don't mind. I do care. I just don't mind. Like, no, any comment is good comments as long as it's not like overly negative where I had to censor you because blah 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 blah. Anyway, today we're in Mount Panorama, the mountain. Very brutal, not difficult, but just brutal course where the tiniest of mistakes can have the most catastrophic of disasters. Cars can be tossed around, parts will be dangling. Lap times suffer immensely. As quali has started for our drivers, I am setting it up for us. Transitioning to it we go. Currently we're watching Zach go around, or Maya right behind him. No one has yet to pull up a lap. I mean, yellow flags will be waved around here and there just because of quality times and everyone's going to be trying to put up a fast lap. It looked like we had 10 minutes of actual quality time before our next race. So we're in the hot seat with Cruz. We have a time, not an overall time, but Daniel Hirsch has set up a lap. A bunch of our racers have started setting up laps, putting laps down. So that means the next lap around, if our cameraman can get his action straight, there we go. Here's Daniel, Mr. Hirsch. I read his name Hirsch, and it just reminds me of a Hershey bar. Like, I don't know why, and these things, little tad bits like this, help me remember their names and their cars, especially his. His is pretty much red, white, and blue. The most American, not I'll retract my statement. It has the American color themes on it, and it's on a Ferrari and an Italian car. As he lands into the wall down the S's, unfortunate. I mean, I'm wondering if you would rather just head to the pits or complete this lap just so you can have a lap down or a time down on the laps, because he doesn't have much time, or there isn't much time. There's 6 minutes. If you do end up going to the pits, you're gonna have to take 2 minutes to head around the track, as he's probably going to do that now. Yes, sir. We'll jump into Albert. He's about to finish this lap. Jump into the hot seat with him. See how deep into a braking zone he goes. He goes very deep, very nicely taking those corners. I could learn a thing or two from his driving. Of course, I probably won't be telling him, because then we're gonna inflate his ego a bit too much. But you know, very nicely done with a 2:01.757. He's currently P1. What a lap! That is fast. That is very fast. William Fowler. Fowler getting P2 right now with a 2:04.7. Alexander Sabo right behind him. Kyle Busch has a yellow flag under his name. Teleporting to the pits, unfortunately. He has a 2:06. He's coming in at P5. No other... never mind. Sam Staples just put a lap time down at a 2:03. Let me change these to... I don't even know if that's even worth it. Just adjusting the overlay so you can actually see what exactly is their gaps. Well, no, personal best. I think that'll be a pretty good start. See everyone's personal best, where their positions are at, I believe. Seems funky and out of whack, but it's mostly making sense. It's lining up the list correctly. As we're watching the helicam view with Sam Staples as he goes down the S's into the dipper he goes. Exiting for his elbow, going into the Conrad Straight. The back section of the mountain. I know every time I exit the mountain and I'm in this second half, I guess you can say, which is not the mountain section of this course, it's pretty much a huge sigh of relief type of moment. Or a very nice corner where you can not worry so much about smashing into a wall or other issues or incidents happening. Once you head into the quarry, though, where Sam Staples is going, that's where it starts getting a little dicey because that's where the mountain section is essentially starting. It starts to get narrow. Walls start to pretty much close in on you. One mistake, and it's not a good day. Anyway, he's hogging up the line. We're gonna go check out uh Cruz. There we go. With that Daniel, or it looked like it was that Daniel for a second. We're gonna check out Cruz. He's currently in 7th place, 7th position. Not a bad start or place to be in. He's finishing up his lap. There's only 1 minute and 50 seconds left in quali, just enough time to go around the track one more time. Will he improve his lap time now? He's currently at a 2:04.5, and he does. He moves into P6 at a 2:03.62. Very nicely done, Cruz. Very nicely done. We'll jump onto the hot seat with Tyler. Come on, camera. There we go. Our cameraman is having some issues today. Tyler currently in 5th, putting on some pretty fast laps, pretty fast times. He's sitting at a 2:03.585. Will he improve his position? He is coming out of Murray's corner. The start finish line right there, just crossed it. He did not. As he goes around the mountain one more time. Who is that? Is that Brad? That probably was. He called it a day. I was gonna jump into Kyle Busch, the Bushmeister. Where is he? There he is. As he is starting the uphill section. My goodness, was he so close to that wall. Hard on the brakes. Coming out of the cutting. Start of the mountain, we go. There's a bunch of names that we probably don't care, but if you really like, he's just exiting Griffin's Mount. Reed Park is next, followed by the Frog Hollow, Solomon Park. Into Skyline he goes. A bunch of names I missed just of how fast he was driving. Now he's heading into the S's. Nice of Tyler to get out of the way, allow Kyle Busch's lap to go unhindered, as we'll jump into the passenger seats. Jump into the hot seat with him. He is on a pace, ladies and gentlemen. He is currently sitting in P10. But if he keeps this pace, he has the... it's looking like he will jump all the way up to P4. Barring any other mistakes do not happen. Very nicely done, Mr. Busch. The Bushmeister is showing us how it's done as he exits Murray Corner. Tad bit. He does a lot better than expected, and very nicely done. That's what I'm talking about. You won't get too much trash talking now. We'd love to see it. You got P2. Let's go. Let's go. All of our drivers except Chris Unfair just finished his lap. That is it, ladies and gentlemen. I have a nice treat for you while we wait. We have a drone view of the entire track. Not a very good pilot. But if you'd like to see what our drivers are going through from the air, from the sky, I fly a little bit low here and there. And this is it. We probably have around 2 minutes to kill. I figured I might as well show off a little bit of extra stuff that I've been working on. Just any extra content I can add to your viewing pleasure. As we are now going into the cutting, heading up the mountain. Sharp U-turn type turn. Bleh. As I said, if you're skilled enough or if you're brave enough, that's wow. You can take this whole section flat out, and I've only done it maybe once or twice, just a handful of times. As you can see there, that's why it's called Skyline for a reason, because you actually can see the sky. It looks very, very nice. The S's are called the S's, this section of the track, because it's basically S's. The dipper, it dips down. Self-explanatory. Force elbow was just there. I'm pretty sure you can figure out why that was force elbow. If not, I'll give you the answer. We're basically exiting the force. As we're going down the back section of the mountain, the Conrad Strait. Nice aerial view of the entire mountain. The chase in Murray's Corner. This lap on the drone was roughly a 2-minute, 5-second lap. So this would be a good overall pace of what our driver should be, or could be, driving around. A bunch of them are way faster than actually expected as we go back onto the grid. Get rid of all this mumbo jumbo. There we go. Currently have Albert, my god, brain fart, P1. Kyle Busch at P2. Very nice. We will be changing everyone's personal best to race gaps now. Sam Staples is in P3. Daniel Hirsch, P4. Gelson Cruz, P5. Max Power working on his car, getting the last bit of tuning done. He's in P6. Chris Unfair, P7. Looks like he's ready to go. Tyler Carr, 8. Zach Manriquez, 9. Bruno, he's at 10. Sabo, 11th. Fowler right behind him, he's in 12th. Greg, followed by Jacob, 13 and 14. Brad Tarno is in 15th, our season 4 streamer. Jacob Meyer right behind him, 16th. Justin Fry in 17th. Kyle Hirsch, 18th. Wonder why, what happened? Must have not taken the quality or done his laps. Adolfo, the new guy on the block. Welcome to our race. I don't believe I've ever seen him. He's in 19th. As the race's about to begin, we'll jump on the helicopter view into the front seat with Albert and Kyle. Kyle Busch, the race starts. Here we go into Hell's Corner. We will be jumping throughout the whole grid to see if any action arises. Looks like someone already went wide. That's Jacob Hart, unfortunately. As we jump back into the front, we have the 3 guys having a battle. People are getting overtaken left and right. Alexander Sabo has some sort of issue. Not sure what exactly is going on. We'll have to find out and ask that later. A bunch of our drivers are Very close as they start the uphill section of the mountain. They are heading into the cutting. So close to each other. Oh my god, I don't even know if he touched the wall, but that was that was a code brown moment. A little code brown moment. They're heading into the mountain section. We'll jump, checking on max power in P6. Into Skyline, a bunch of our drivers are going. The start of the downhill section. Daniel Hirsch is on the outside, almost touches Gelson Cruz. Oh my god, Gelson is attracting the accidents. We will be jumping to him. That must have been a code brown for both of these drivers. We'll go back. Greg Landry having almost of an issue on the downhill section of the mountain. Almost overcooked it. William Fowler right behind Brad Tarno. All these drivers are pretty much in a nice orderly line for now. They're respecting the mountain. The mountain is respecting them. They are trying not to push the limits, but have a good clean race, as Sam Staples is now in second place. My apologies. Adolfo and Greg are having some sort of issues. What exactly happened? We'll go back 30 seconds and review it real quick. So this is the Conrad Straight, the back straight section, the back section of the mountain, the straight section, blah, whatever. We're heading into the chase, starting there. Hard on the brakes. Oh, he ended up clipping. I believe Adolfo just miscalculated the actual braking marker. Very unfortunate for I believe Greg. That was Greg and Adolfo. Both have had a lot of accidents as we jump back into the grid. Greg is in the pits, repairing damage and potentially just getting that leader. Oh my! As Tyler goes very wide, if I can capture him, right behind him. Sabo is having an incident. Tyler having to move out of the way to not slow anybody down. He probably has a bunch of damage, not being able to drive correctly, and pushing everybody outside their lines. Brad is put into an uncomfortable position. We will be checking him out right now. His racing line was very off. Kyle Busch right in the middle. What is going on? Let's check this out, ladies and gentlemen. What happened? He was in P3, I believe. Going down the S's. He's off the line. Aggressive on the brakes. Trying to get in there. Ooh. He hits the bump. It gets really upset. I'll get another view over here. Oh, he has a lot of damage. He's trying to get out of the way. What a tight spot to be in. How he's managing to drive the car is beyond me. Ooh. Who was that? That was Max Power and Gelson Cruz. Oh no. Let's review this incident as it happened. Go back a couple seconds. They're heading down into the chase. Oh, they just... Gelson Cruz, I believe, just overcooked it. He just misjudged the brake marker, the braking zone, as both drivers are starting to drive away. A bunch of accidents in the beginning of the race. Looking like Meyer and Tyler are having a battle of their own. Tyler is in the pits now, leaving Jacob Meyer on his own. We'll check him out if our cameraman can get it right. There we go. He's starting the uphill section of the mountain. Into the cutting he is going. So far so good. Currently sitting in P13, very nicely done. Surviving the mountain, that's all it really matters. The person who can crash the least is usually going to be the winner. And in these 30-minute races, you kind of want go balls to the wall as Meyer was pretty much explaining there. We have Brad in a very tight spot. Greg also has a yellow flag. Both drivers are having severe issues. Greg is not moving. Let's go back 30 seconds to check out what exactly happened. Probably not far enough, but no, not far enough. My apologies, ladies and gentlemen. But judging from where Brad's at, he probably ended up in a really bad slide. Probably hit the brakes in the wrong area, caused him to land that way. Greg, on the other hand, maybe he just cooked the corner and went in a little too quickly, couldn't shave off the speed, ended up just slamming into the wall. As we jump into the live view, Greg having to take the grass, not being able to control his car. He's not going to be penalized for this, that's for sure. It's looking like he might have some difficulty getting out of the track, or just turning in general. He might not be able to turn left. He must have a lot of damage. He manages to get on the pits. I will jump into Adolfo, give him some screen time, or her new guy on the block. We'll just jump into the seat with him. As he slams into the wall, his car is pretty messed up at this current moment. You can check out his steering wheel to the left, how wild he's having to maneuver that thing just to be able to go around. This is awful. We'll jump into Chris Unfair having some sort of issue. Bruno Mayonki on the wall in the apex, or near the apex of the corner. Let's check out what happened. A lot of our drivers are having issues early on in the race. Unfortunately, he's exiting the S's, heading into the dipper. He might have just, as he was braking, this has been an issue of mine as well. You're coming into the corner, braking with the wrong steering angle, I guess is the best way I can explain it. You're not braking in a straight line. You're still in mid corner, you can say. Throws the weight forward, and you lose the weight in the rear. It just swings it all wide. Unfortunate. We have Daniel Hirsch going into the pits. A bunch of our drivers already having to initiate their pits. Wondering what's going on. A lot of incidents are going down. Albert, P1, having the time of his life. Setting off a 2:02.177. That's best lap. Very fast. Sam Staples, though, is right behind him. Well, he's nearby. He's not right behind him, but he's nearby. Enough to have Albert not have too many mistakes, because as soon as he does, Sam will be right there ready to attack, ready and waiting. Jacob Hart and Savo are having some sort of issues. Hart riding the wall, and must have some really aggressive bad damage just to straight go to the pits. We'll check out the replay real quick, see what exactly happened. As he goes around the corner, so far so good. Hits the bumps, upsets the car. Sabo is unfortunately in the way, slams head first into Hart. What an accident. My goodness, how Sabo is still limping and walking out from that is amazing me, as both drivers are now in the pits as we're jumping back into the live view. Zach and I believe that was Fowler. They didn't have an incident, but it looks spicy. If we can go back and actually check it out, maybe you got overtaken or something must have happened here. Going back 20 seconds, not too far. Fowler's deep, going aggressive right along him. Zach out of the way. He said, go ahead. Something ain't right here. Hold up, wait a minute. As he blows by. Wonder what's going on. We have Brad having another issue potentially. Where is he? There he is. Into the in the middle of the essence. I wonder what exactly happened as we go back. Hopefully 30 seconds will be enough time. It is. Sabo believe that was Sabo was out wide. Brad going a little too hot, hits the brakes in the wrong section, wrong corner. The forces, I believe, is Sabo to stop, but that wasn't caused by him. Sabo just went a little bit too wide. If it's not Sabo, then I'm sorry. Maybe Fry. Both of them have very similar, identical liveries. I should really start memorizing car numbers. Probably something I can do next stream. Or next future streams. As we're still with Brad into the live view, he didn't decide to pit. We'll check out his car real quick. Doesn't seem to have too much damage or any damage at all. Must have just been a little tiny scrape of some sorts. I'm glad to see that it didn't affect his car. Right behind him, it looks like a battle is brewing between Daniel and is that Sam Staples? I believe that is Sam, who's currently in P1. This isn't for position, but Daniel Hirsch does have a blue flag. Not sure if he's going to want to let go, as we'll stick with these guys for a minute. Check. Go into a different view. He's so close into the mountain section. He is letting him go. What a great area to actually let him go, as Albert is right behind him, gaining on him. Oh my. Albert is wanting that position back. Sam looks like he touched the wall ever so slightly. Doesn't appear to affect him too much as they go down the S's. Brad is getting out of the way, staying out of the way. Oh, this is getting sketchy, ladies and gentlemen. Sam Staples is trying to get away from Albert. I wonder what exactly went down here to allow Staples to get the lead. Regardless, though, he is going to be defending. William Fowler has a yellow flag. We'll check that out real quick. Got banged up. As we jump back into the fight for the lead. Albert coming in hot. Gets around our fellow driver. Sam Staples is trying to pull away, get away from him. He's heading into the pits, releasing the first place positioning. I wonder I can pull up our pit stops here. If anyone has pit. So far, Albert has not hit his pit stop if our data is correct, and you can see it on the screen. We'll jump onto Albert real quick since he's still on track. Actually give another one of our drivers the limelight. Albert doing really good for himself. Take a quick minute to check him out before we dip. Check out Chris Unfair as he heads down the mountain into the dipper, or out of the dipper now. Has a bit of damage on his vehicle, wondering if he'll be able to pit. But as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, on the screen right now, we have the pits, or the number of pits that our drivers have taken. Roughly I would say roughly about half of our drivers have already had their pit. Wondering if that also including leaders. I can't tell, and I do not know how to be able to tell or find out that information. Um, Regardless, Albert has not hit his pit. And if this is working right, then we should be able to see that Sam Staples has hit his pit as he is out on the field and heading up the mountain. Adolfo having an incident of some sort. Where is he? He's teleporting back. Must have been a nasty hit. Let's check this out. Oh my word. It was a nasty hit. Unfortunately, I didn't go far enough. Oh my, he was bouncing all over the place. Screen glitch? I'm not sure what happened. Anyway, currently reviewing Sam Staples as he's heading down the back section of the mountain, the straight section. We'll jump, check out William Fowler as he's going into the pits, potentially to repair all the damage he's caused. Unfortunate. We'll jump into another fellow driver. We haven't given Justin Fry a bunch of screen time, I believe. Oh my goodness, as he bumps into the wall, unfortunately. Heading down the mountain, manages to not touch the wall. Very nicely done to scrub off the speed. That could have been another disaster right there. Check out Jacob Hart, currently in 16th. Had a bunch of incidents come about as he's heading up the mountain. Sam Staples right in front of him. Sam currently in 3rd place, so it's not a battle for position, but he could unlap himself if he can get around Sam. As he's still going up the mountain, about to hit the last section before heading into Skyline and start the downhill section, the S's. Very nice, very smooth, very controlled. As well jump into the hot seat with Bushmeister, Kyle Busch. As he's heading into Murray's corner. Currently in P11, got caught in an incident of his own. Zach having an accident of some sorts. We'll check that out real quick. See exactly what went down, how that went down. So far, so good. Heading into Skyline, he hits that bump, the mid-corner bump, and just loses traction off there. Comes to a stop though, so doesn't have too much damage. He is on the as you can say, the racing lines though. Our other fellow drivers are being forced to take lines outside other different lines. Greg had a yellow of some sorts along with Justin Fry. We will try to go back 30 seconds. As Fry is going up the mountain. It looks like he had a nasty bump. Not sure what happened there. It looks like he was forced to swerve of some sorts. Greg had the yellow during this section, but nothing's come about it. Justin Fry currently in the pits. We'll have to get an update. Probably, hopefully by next stream, I'll have an update to see what exactly happened. Uh, Jumping into the hot seat, checking out Albert, currently in P4. He's taking his pit. Jacob Meyer is in first place, our current race leader. This is a nice nice shocker. You don't normally see Jacob up in the top. Very nice to see him doing really well. Does have a bit of damage, but nothing that he can't manage or he can't handle. He's staying out, starting his next lap. Exiting House Corner, down the mountain straight. We'll give another one of our drivers some limelight. That's before we leave. You can view his car. We'll check out. What haven't we seen much of currently? Check out Bruno for a quick couple seconds. See where he's at. He's currently right behind Chris Unfair, having a pretty heated battle. This is a battle for position. He's very close coming out of Hell Corner. I believe right behind them is Landry. There he is, Landry. And Manriquez are right behind them. It'll be interesting to see how Chris manages to hold off Bruno with the damage that he has. Oh, that looked like it was getting a little bit squirrely. We will get a rear view action shot of that. It looked like Bruno is all over the place, getting really close to the wall. That's going to cost him a bit of time. It's going to allow Chris to get away ever so slightly. Bruno is in it for the chase. He's coming to win it. Or to at least get that position. As they exit Skyline, heading into the S's. A bunch of downhill left and rights. Have to be quick. Not too aggressive here. Very nice from both drivers. Bruno is going to have the slipstream. He potentially could get the overtake. If not, he'll just claw his way ever so close to Unfair. As they're heading into the chase. Fittingly, Bruno is chasing Unfair. As they both exit the corners very nicely. Bruno still roughly on the same pace. We will change these secondary data so you can actually see what's going on. We'll turn it to the race gaps. There we go. As they exit out of Hell's Corner. Both drivers looking like having a bit of an issue. Zach, I believe, is right behind them. Potentially could catch up as they're fighting. If Bruno can't get around Unfair, their fighting is going to allow Zach to catch up and then turn it into a three-way battle for P5. As they're heading up the mountain, around the cutting. Bruno right behind him, getting very, very close. Well, quickly jump away from these guys and check out Sam since, oh, maybe not. I just saw him go ever so close to the wall. Him being Bruno. He's potentially pushing very hard to get right behind Chris. as they head down the SS. Hard on the brakes. Hard on the accelerator. Bruno's not letting up. He's getting there. Sam Staples managed to get a pass. Unfortunately, we miss it. I believe that was from Jacob Meyer. Oh, that's because he ended up pinning. That makes sense. Jacob Meyer currently in third. Well, we'll see just what position he lands in as soon as he gets out of the pits. But for now, we will check out Bruno, who has lost a lot of ground. Currently, roughly down a second, almost two from Chris. Still behind him though. Not letting Chris escape his sights. As we check out where Zach is, right behind, you can see Chris and Bruno in the distance. As Zach can see him on their side, if he can get ever so closely, he can turn this into a three-way fight. That would be very interesting as we head into William Fowler. He's very, very close, right behind Kyle Busch. This is the battle for P10. Kyle Busch being in P10, William in 11. As they exit the chase, William trying to get ever so close to Kyle to make the move happen. As Max Power has an issue of his own. In the cutting. Interesting. Wonder what happened. He probably went a little bit too deep. Broke mid corner is my prediction. As we're currently viewing the replay and seeing exactly what exactly happened. So just gonna make a quick left, entering the cutting here. Oh, he did lose it. He applied the brakes, ended up losing grip. Unfortunate. I've been there. I've done that. I know that. As our current leader, being Sam Staples, is on the final lap. Albert being pushed out of his dominant position of P1. I must have missed something. Something must have happened for him to lose that. Sam, though, exiting the cutting, going up the mountain. Kyle Hirsch not too far behind him. As you can see there, Sam is just in front of him, just within arm's reach. If Sam isn't careful, he could be having to fight and defend for his P1 position. As Meyer has an accident of his own. He's out on the field. He's doing okay. We'll jump back to the grid, or back to the top. Barring any other issues, it's looking like Sam might win this while we jump to William Fowler, who... There was a fight here for sure. Someone got overtaken. It looks like Tyler overtook both these drivers, Alexander and William. We have Bruno still contending, Chris defending as they're heading into Skyline, down the S as they go. We're watching Chris's behind. That does not sound right, but we're gonna roll with it. As they're into the S's, heading down the dipper. If there was ever a moment, it has to be now or never. Bruno has to make this move happen. He is so close. He is only 8/10 off. This might be too far of a reach. It's looking like he might not be able to make this happen, because this will be one hell of a dive bomb. We will see what happens. Bruno tries to make the move, breaks late, half a second behind him. What's gonna go down? Will he be able to do this? He does not. Chris gets his P4 finish. Bruno has to be content, or has to. He just, there's no way around it. Bruno got a P5. Not sure if the race is over. I thought the race I thought our leader was on the final lap. Sam must have hit another lap before the time ran out. This is not an unfortunate turn of events, but a very positive turn of events for Bruno. He gets one more lap. As we're watching these two drivers battle it out, going up the mountain, Bruno is staying right behind him, half a second between both of these drivers. He is not going to let him off that easy if he can hold on. Oh, as he gets so close, Chris is going to have to defend as he's heading into Skyline. We're gonna take a different camera angles just to check out both these drivers as they go down the mountain. This is going to be a battle for the finish. Sam has finished the race. He is our current leader. We are not going to take our eyes off this battle, though. It is going to be a fight down to the wire. As Bruno is still just too far. He's losing the steam on the downhill section while Chris loses steam on the uphill section. I don't think this move is going to be able to happen. He's late on the brakes. He gets very, very close. Chris Unfair is going to be feeling the heat. Bruno is not going to give this up. As he's right behind him, he tries to go for an outside move. Maybe gets the cutback. Hits the bumps. Does not get it. What a fight. Congratulations to both these drivers for putting on a show. He's flashing Chris, letting him know, hey, good fight. That's Bruno and Chris. A very good race, fellas. We'll jump into the hot seat with our other drivers. William Fowler heading into the downhill section. Don't believe he's finished this race. Brad Tarno and Kyle Busch are heading into the chase, I believe. There we go. Exiting the chase. Brad in 12th. Kyle Busch in 9th. No one around him. He managed to gain a position. I believe he was in 10th before. It's very nice to see. As Brad crosses the finish line. Kyle right behind him. Tyler Carr is going to be right behind him as well. He claims P10. Very nice. William Fowler is next to cross the start and finish line at 11. Very nicely done. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen. Race 2 in Bathurst is over. Well, I guess I'm gonna be very busy coming up with highlights for both races. Lots of action. Congrats to Sam, who we'll bring him up on the screen real quick, who got first place. I would have thought Albert had this in the bag. It turns out he did not have race 2 in the bag. Something must have happened. Good fight. Kyle Hirsch in second as well. As we go back to our track B-roll. If you're still with me, ladies and gentlemen, first of all, thank you for sticking with me. God knows my voice is probably, it's probably getting annoying to hear my voice, but you know, it is what it is. My name is Juan. If you'd like to join us, race along these drivers here, have a good fight between them, you're more than welcome to join if there's room. I believe it might be a little bit full, but it doesn't hurt to try. Currently, we're on season 5. This is race 4. Season 5, race 4 in Bathurst. If you'd like to join us, I should actually mention that. You can go online at 5fi-racing.com. As soon as you go there, there'll be a bunch of links to YouTube, the Twitch channel that you're in right now, or currently watching this. Unless you're on YouTube, these videos will get posted on YouTube. Or now they've been getting posted on YouTube. There'll be links to their Instagram, other little things. SimGrid is where you can go to join. You'll also have to, or you can also join us and follow us on Discord. Talk with the crew, talk smack if you want. Throw some memes here and there. Let me know how I'm doing. Tell me I'm terrible. Tell me I'm the best. Any feedback is good feedback. Anyway, that's all on 5fi-racing.com. You can get all the details there. If you do end up going to SimGrid, just look up 5fi Racing, and then we are currently in the Founders League Season 5. There is registration open. There are 8 seats left, so if you do want to get in on some of this racing action, you're more than welcome to join us. It'll be hosted every Thursday for a couple more weeks, I believe. Starting at 7 p.m. Central Time? Yeah, Central Time. I'm over here in Pacific Time, so excuse me. 9 p.m. Central Time is when the practice server starts. 7 p.m. for my time, Pacific Time. My apologies. Anyways, before I leave, I might as well update everyone on what the next race will be. Round 5 will be at Zolder, and it will be a 60-minute race. Thank you for watching the stream. Thank you for just sticking by. I want to say, if anyone's here listening, I'll see you guys another day. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.